What's up, everybody? Welcome. Sumaher with the challenge 7 plus 5. We'll just get right started. Get right started. Microphone. When you're ready, sir. Alright, I had another idea. Weird openings Wednesday. Alright, C5. We played this before. Don't have to think about this too much. There's only one good move. You know, the move I've always wanted to make work here is like B5, circumventing C4, but it's an accelerated banco. Yeah, we're playing weird openings Wednesday, so I decided to try C5. Take Sumer out of his normal zone. We have played it before. I mean, I've tried everything basically. So well, I guess here you can just transpose to a normal Benoni with C4. But you do not. But you do not. Alright, let's try something creative. Tournament yesterday, I won it. World Loser played very well. We had 6 rounds, rapid. I managed to get 5.5 out of 6 with a draw with World Loser. 19 players. Sumer, you stopped by. Alright. Irrelevant drama. Yeah, that's what it seems like. We gotta get some irrelevant drama in there. Create some content. So you don't want to play C4. You're an E4 player. Is that what you're telling me? Played like a true E4 player. I mean, black really doesn't have a choice. I have to play Schmid Benoni. I guess this is Schmid Benoni. I don't know. What else you would call it, and what else would it be? It's the only thing it can be. You could say it's like the modern defense. It can be played by that move order, but I think, you know, in reality, it's a Benoni. In reality, what is this? How many good moves do we have here in this position? Not a lot. BD3. C3PO. I think some people will place that bishop on C4. That might be considered to be the best. My Schmid Benoni skills are a little bit rusty. ATM. Actually, they never were. Never been an aficionado. Dude, A3? That's the least of your worries. Alright. A3 has been called. Wow, look out. blissfully unaware of my cunning plans. B8. Rook B8 or B6? A6, B6. A6, B6. I don't know. Can't have everything. I guess I could have played B5 actually. Come to think of it. Duh. It's definitely a reasonable move. I don't mind trading for the E-pawn. He just doesn't care. I don't care. You will care. Wow. Wow. There. Wow. Alright. Bishop to F4. Do I have this? We should have, we should have chances to play E6 at some point. Notice, like, as this queen and bishop lineup interferes with pressure on D5, or defense of D5, I should say. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. We are hosting rap challenges. It's very quiet after the storm. Rabid chess. How's my internet doing? Damn. Hello? Stream, where are you? Bishop to F1. Deep moments in chess. Deep moment. Damn, he's on the fly. Look at this. Just bishop d3, bishop f1, bishop f4, a3, h3. Any old move will do. It's no big deal. It's just the Schmid Benoni. You can just play anything. It's okay. Wow. Maybe a5 is worth considering, huh? Huh. E6 right away. Our hero must be considering b4. Mine hero. So b4, I guess, would take. We take it. I don't want to let him take on c5, and I don't want to push to c4. So, by process of elimination, bishop h2. Wow. This is Larsonian. Master had that move. I'm attacking his d5 pawn once, twice, 3 times, 4. It's a little difficult to defend it. So, politics. Our pragmatic opponent, never fazed by anything. I have to say it's nice to say bye-bye to that. The d5 pawn. Well, we'll not miss it. Will not be missed. You know, his piece, he's playing with his pieces with a lot of care. But with pawns, he's not as sure how to play with the pawns. Good piece coordination, I guess. Although rook on b1 didn't really materialize. I thought the plan was to play b4. He didn't pull the trigger on it. You know, he may have been afraid of like a ghost there. I mean, knight h5, attacking the bishop on f4, attacking the bishop takes c3, but I mean, if that happened, he could have just played bishop d2. I don't think it's a big deal. So, bishop d4. Yeah, bishop f3, knight d4, I mean, your other bishop. Bishop f3, knight d4 is nothing special. I don't want to give up the super b. I think we have to accept this simplification. Well, he does get a strong knight on e5. I think that black is better. I think if I were him, I would trade queens probably, because I just don't, you know, I just don't see a safe place for the white queen. I guess he's going to have to put it on c1. Popular. On the other hand, maybe I should think about trading. Sure if I should trade or not. Very good control of the center here. Queen d1, rook d1. I feel like black's better. Black's better with the queen. I mean, because your rook is shut out. My rook can come to e8 and be like relevant. So not all misplaced queens are created equal. Plus I have this, although his bishop's well placed on f1 to pretend g2. It's pretending g2. At some point b4. Man, he's got no weak points. You know, I mean, it's like hard to identify. Everything in this zone is protected. The only weak point is his knight on c3, which is really not great. On the other hand, it's like hard for him to find a move. Because black is like perfectly coordinated. Yeah, that's not the happiest move ever. He finally has kind of weak point here on d2. Hard to find a weak point in his position, as I said. I'm just waiting for drama. No confirmed drama today. Oof. He's defending the d2 square now. Wow. Queen e3. Developing the queen. Do I ever have a tactic of some sort? Whoa. Never any tactics. It's just not fair. Unbelievable. How solid he is. Honey mint. How do I do something here? Wow, he auto moved. Auto bots. Wow. Sees everything. Oh no! A weak point. We found the weak point in the opponent's position. Finally. Man. You're tough and pragmatic style, Sumaher. We finally detected a weak point. Alright, the Schmid Benoni. Lothar Schmid. Grandmaster and Arbiter. Thank you, Honey Mint. Dracofire. Waiting for new reports of... We're waiting for new reports of... toxic... People don't appreciate keeping a balance in the game. Now that's true. The tension was high. High tension. High tension wires. Well, I'm supposed to play unusual openings. This is not unusual yet. But can we do this little unusual against the English in the reverse Sicilian? Well, b6 can always be played. He didn't play g3. That's kind of surprising. Dragonfire's all about the g3 usually. You'd think he would play g3 on move 2 there. Now I'm going to beat him to the long diagonal. Reverse b3 Sicilian. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying for weird stream titles. We'll get a lot of people looking for rabbit care streams. Weird rabbit challenges. It's like, what does that mean exactly? Okay. Oh, you're attacking my pawn. Hypothetically better for white. b3 Sicilian, I mean, it's kind of iffy in general, but it's not bad. Wow, the most dynamic attenuation. It's kind of like the Scotch. e4 transposes to the Scotch. Dragonfire has like 3 wins since just reappearing on our stream after a very long absence. Knight back to f3. That doesn't follow fundamental principles in my book. Should I play bishop c5 or bishop b4? Bishop b4 doesn't have a lot of power, really. There's also knight f6. We will wait before committing our bishop. I can play g6, bishop g7 to a3. Jeez. Wow, dude. I wonder how strong Dragonfire is, objectively. This kind of takes the fun out of bishop c5 and bishop b4. I can play a5. Chess, I should just simplify the stream title. Chess and irrelevant toxic drama. Irreverent. When in doubt, fianchetto your bishops. It's the Botvinnik. Does black have a threat? Not really. White is perfect. Everything is awesome. Don't see the chances of d5 too high here. Doesn't matter like what you throw at him. He plays the white side of the English like perfectly. Any variation that you play. I've tried everything now. Rapid fire. else am I going to do? Other than d6. No, you think like white was a little bit overextended? Not really, though. He's like Sumaher, but more subtle understanding of the pawn structure. A3, C4. This isn't too weakening, is it? A3 was a very prophylactic move. It's interesting that Dracofire always plays the Baffidic English with G3. And he seems to be, playing something he's not used to. Bishop here on D3. You'd think like that would be tricky. G-Souths was, he was what? Knight H6, Knight F7. Oh, last game. I guess you're talking about last game something. Heroku. Heroku Nakamura. Peace play. Perfect. Draw. Now it's a draw. What? Wow. I don't know, I'm gonna take that. So do I have some tactic? Knight takes F3? It's a bad bishop, but it's a good bad bishop. A useful bad bishop. Let's say. A good bad bishop. Permission slips granted. So fast and solid. The mysterious Dracofire 3-3. Actually, he has more games against me than he has like rated games in his life. Practically. Okay, I have 95 here. What is up with that? Huh. Undermining the defense. Wade is still okay. And he still has tons of time. Never gets in time pressure. Hey, what's up, Tezake? You're here for the irrelevant toxic drama. I've got no irrelevant toxic drama for you yet today. Today is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. We're searching for irrelevant toxic drama. Irreverent. The Reverend. So where's the best place to go here? requires like a tad of calculation, right? You'd think that would require just a tad bit of tad bit of calculation, but no. Bishop takes b2. Oh my god. The entire position based on the fact that I thought a3 was hanging. I mean, the entire variation anyway was based on that. Ooh, he has that protected too. Unbelievable. Wow. He's like extremely strong. Also extremely confident. Striking. Seriously, check out the games I lost to him. This one, and this one. Actually, that one, no. The last two. This is older. I don't know what the deal was with that. The last two. He crushed me twice out of the last 4 games. So extremely fast. Never has a problem with the time. Can play me heads up, straight up, I am level. Do I have a back rank tactic? No, he sees every kind of tactic. I don't know, man. I think we need to have these games analyzed. How do I have that score against you? I don't understand. Why is my score so high? In the past. It's really weird. You're like master strength or something. Now I'm worse. Again. I don't know, dude. He seems too strong. I gotta try this. Practical attempt. Only practical chances. If white is like a computer, I'm gonna lose anyway. Look at that move, queen f3. Is that a good move? Certainly committal. Looks dangerous, but it's also dangerous for me. Wow, he's threatening. Oh my god, dude. He's threatening to trap my queen. Jesus Christ, dude. Who sees that instantly? That's got to be the engine #1 move. I don't know, man. White seems like really, really confident. Like they're the stronger player. You can't possibly. You can't justify his score against me. To be like 4.5, 64.5 against me, your approximate strength would be like 1500. Maybe 1600, 1650. But you're like master strength now. Since the last 3 games. It's a little weird, dude. Alright. If you weren't like, I don't know, 2.5, 62.5 before those 4 games, I'd be like, alright, that's okay, that's normal. He couldn't have possibly made a blunder. I was definitely lost. Again. I mean, I'm not playing that badly either. Last night I had a really good tournament. I played extremely well. I played a bunch of offhand games prior to that. So I haven't found the weakness, but I got lucky. I got lucky this time. We got lucky with the 1-move blunder. Our opponent has a winning position, outplayed me, and then hung a rook. In what was a winning position. Yeah, this is weird. I mean, knight f3, surprisingly strong move. a3, stopping bishop e4. I thought you would take an e5 and you didn't. Rook c1 is the second engine move. I don't even know what that move does. It's a weird move, right? I guess. I mean, what does that even do? Are you trying to play like that? Is it preventing bishop takes c3 or something? It's a weird move. And then finally white's better. The whole point was that I entered the entire variation because I thought a3 was hanging. If I had seen that, I wouldn't have even gone into this. I finally won. Surprisingly, my pawn sacrifice was the best option. I assumed I was lost here. But, Honeymint gave me an exclamation for playing rook takes f3 and they're right. I just assumed I must be lost, but the computer says it's only plus 1.4. King f1, best move. I missed rook c8. That's a hard move to find. I don't know, man. I mean, white's play was a lot more flawless than it looks. Queen f3, number one move, played like very quickly. He's clearly better. Queen e3 is a mistake. And then rook h3 is like a double question mark blunder. I mean, White's game was like master level except for the blunder rook h3, to be honest. Yeah, I don't understand rook c1, why anyone would play that move. I don't understand why the computer wants to play it as a second choice. Like when, you know, and it ends up like playing in the game because of that weird variation that happens. Yeah, that's not a move I would usually consider there. Yeah, alright. Hikaru. Hikaru. Did I play this against you before? Or that was someone else? Yeah, d5 would be like playing knight f6 in the Caro-Kann instead of taking on e4. That's really bad. Well, maybe already black's position is bad. He just simply plays knight c3. b5, e5, b4 is like a bad variation. d6 is a bad Pierce. Well, we can transpose to the Pribble, I guess. That's pretty much our check defense. This is like maybe my only option. Just transpose to check defense, which sucks anyway, but it's an opening, theoretically. f4, queen a5. I don't think there's anything better. d5 is bad. Anything else is bad. This is my only good move. Well, playable move. I don't really know the check defense, and it's not a very good opening to begin with. It must be like horrible statistically. One of black's like worst defenses. That's considered a defense, quote unquote. Not really a legitimate opening for black, although there have been like books and articles written about it. I think it's pretty dubious. What's up, Excel Poker? Good morning, sire. It's the Jababa. Nothing wrong with that, right? Never too late to play bishop f4. Speaking of random drama. You could say to yourself, it prevents e5. Sure. Why not? I mean, there's like, is the glass half full or half empty? Does bishop f4 prevent e5, or does it like encourage black to like attack that bishop with e5 at some later point? Actually, it could be a mistake because of like queen a5, right? Is it a mistake? I was gonna play the Pribble anyway, so this is the Pribble. Pribbles and bits. Where's the bits, guys? I mean, we've got 100 bits this week. I know I'm not like a hot, sexy girl in a bikini, but that doesn't mean you don't have to support the stream at all. I mean, we're here for chess, right? I'm playing chess. I'm a decent chess player. I talk about chess. I'm teaching everybody, you know, my ideas, how to think about the game. Do I have to wear a bikini to get support here? Come on. All right. Knight takes e4. Bathtub. Beaches, hot tubs. What is it? Beaches, hot tubs, and pools. I wish this was like Palinka, but it's just water. Any new front on the scandal? I think that Magnus just hates like Hans, and he should have not agreed to play in the tournament in the first place. We're waiting for more information. I think there's a little history that we may not know. Probably, maybe nothing major. I'm telling you guys, it's relevant that Hans was thrown in that tournament at the last minute because Roper couldn't play. I have the feeling like Magnus has something against Hans other than the fact that he lost. If he was just like losing a random game to somebody, you know. Probably, as we discussed yesterday, Hans is suspected of online cheating. I am not going to play, as I said yesterday, I am not going to play. I could not concentrate against someone if I hated them and I like suspected them of cheating against me in online play. So I think there's more to the story than just like Magnus being angry and because he lost to the up-and-coming Hans. You know, the truth is there's more to it than that. It's not just Magnus being a bad sport. He's not that. It's more than that. There's got to be more to it, you know. But now Magnus has to be careful. He doesn't want to like start a huge problem with the organizers and shame them, and so he's being quiet, I guess. Calculating his next move. It's good content. I don't know, we would need more information to comment on the scandal any further. I need more information. I mean, I'm like Sherlock Holmes, dude. I don't have enough information to reach a conclusion about this drama. We can just speculate, but without more information, you know what I mean? I don't know, El Columbio. What poker tournament you're talking about? Like the World Series of Poker? Hang out with him at the poker event recently. The poker event. Need more information. Wow, H6. A timely move. Now what do I do? Beautiful pawns. Pawns, hot tubs, and pools. My, what beautiful pawns you have, Grandmom. One, two, three, four, five. I'm up a pawn, clear pawn. I really don't know how to get these guys moving properly. Coordinated. If I could play like bishop e3 and g5 behind it, or bishop f4 and g5 behind it, but every time he's going to play h4. Maybe I should play bishop f4, but he should definitely play like h4. I don't know. Hate mail? At least they spelled Bobby Fischer right. That's the worst, you know, when like teenagers like can't even spell Bobby Fischer's name right. Yep, h4. Holding up my pawns. I mean, this is a winning position for black, but it takes a little bit of work. And the easiest way to win is probably just to play like g5. To be paired with the top elite of the elite in an elite tournament. Actually, what are you saying? What are you saying? No one understands. Be more, you know. Speak in English, man. Just say it in English. I don't know. No information yet. I'll let you guys know when I hear something. Winning position with two connected passed pawns. It's weird for me to like talk about someone else's youth. The chip is virtually indetectable. Is nylon mask involved? Can they insert chips to make you a better human being? Maybe that's what he really needs. I realized one thing. My only thing I came up with was this observation that because Neiman is like, or Nyman, or however you say his name, because he like had this unnatural sort of rise from 2300 to 2700, it feels like he didn't have the natural sort of like social path. You know what I mean? Like, in order to go from 2300 to 2700, normal people have to play like dozens and dozens and dozens of games against strong players, interact with strong players on a regular basis, experience like over the board chess to the point where like you know what like etiquette is, and learn to have respect for other players. Because of his unnatural sort of rise, it seems like Hans has no concept of like how to interact with other players or treat them with respect and stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's maybe due to other factors as well, but this definitely is part of it. I mean, people just don't go from 2300 to 2700 like overnight, you know. I mean, that's just unheard of. It would have a pretty strange effect on you psychologically. They're all paranoid, of course, man. Right, I mean, but people are paranoid for a reason. He admitted cheating before. That's according to Repunj. I don't know if that's true. You gotta fact check anything Repunj says. It's probably from like 30 years ago. Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov died. What's the latest, Repunj? Yeah, I mean, dude, the guy probably cheated online a lot. You know, again, he doesn't have any kind of respect for the normal. You know, he doesn't have a normal chess development. 12 years ago? 12 hours ago, he confirmed. I don't know, man. I don't like Hans at all. I'm not a big fan of Magnus Carlsen, but again, just saying I was a teenager then. Say what? Yes, also he admitted that he cheated. He cheated when he was 12 and 16 years. He cheated when he was 12 and 16 years? I don't understand what that statement means. You don't think teenager cheating is acceptable? Dude, I knew the difference between right and wrong when I was like 8 years old. I mean, there's a lot of adults who cheat and everything. But you should know by the time, you know. You don't have to be a teenager to know the difference between right and wrong. He was an Ayamatov. What are you talking about? Just stop. Just stop, dude, okay? Stop. Repunj. How could he be an IM at 12 if he's 19 now and he was 2300 in 2018? I'm gonna have to time you out again. I'm sorry. Hans didn't even have a K factor of 40 until like 2019 or something. That was 3 years ago. He couldn't have earned the IM title till at least 2019 at the earliest. I would never play with someone who cheated, admitted they cheated. You know, it's ridiculous, dude. What kind of moral? Well, you know, that's the problem, man. See, with people like him, he's like buying the rating points, playing in endless tournaments. He doesn't care how he gets to 2,700 as long as he gets there. There's no morality. Yeah, Repunch, you can't become an international master without a 2,400 rating. Alright? Just saying, you can't be an international master without crossing 2,400. So it's really hard to be an international master if you're 2288. You actually have to reach 2,400. Alright, I'm gonna play Excel Poker. I can't stand it when people are like putting in stuff without like fact checking it in the chat. Fact check it! Nobody's an international master unless they're like from Africa or something and they won the African zonal tournament with a rating under 2,400. Hans was like a 2,300 until just before the pandemic. There's no way he had a title above FIDE Master. But the problem is, he has no respect for anybody. You know, he never learned to have respect for anyone. It's no wonder, like, Magnus hates him, or, you know, everyone hates him. One needs a fully developed frontal lobe to assess correctly right and wrong. Man, I must have a big frontal lobe at age 9. Astrobit, you sound like a criminal defense lawyer. Man, that's a lot of bullshit. That's some legal bullshit to get you off when you're a mass shooter at age 17. If you don't know the difference about cheating being right and wrong when you're like 13, you're probably not gonna suddenly be a good person when you're like 18 or 20, you know. No, the 17-year-old like mass shooter, he didn't have a fully developed frontal cortex. Bishop e4 check. Dude, I knew the difference between cheating and not cheating. And I think like almost everyone I know did at age 12, age 13. It's a very bad sign if he cheated online at all, you know. There's a lack of morality. And I disagree with that. Like, he wasn't a teenager at 13, or you know, he wasn't an adult. It's a really bad sign. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to grow up to be like a criminal, but I personally, I don't think there's any excuse. A bad apple is a bad apple. No, it's not that. It's just that I just personally don't really think there's really a big difference between 13 and 18. But I think in Hans's case, we're talking about different things, by the way. Like, Magnus dropping out of the tournament is wrong, too. But I you know, I don't think it's... I think, under the circumstances, not such a big deal. What are we talking about anyway? If Hans cheated in the past, he's like a convicted cheater, then no one's ever going to trust him, of course, for good reason. But if Magnus had a problem with him, I still think Magnus should have refused to play in the tournament from round 1. You don't wait until like round 3 when you lose your game against the guy. That's bad form. It's bad form by Magnus. You know, he's making excuses for the fact that he lost. You can't handle the truth. But on the other hand, like, I can understand why everyone hates Hans. The guy basically, like, he's found the picture? It wasn't poker, it was a chess tournament. Title for the picture is Magnus Carlsen and Hans play some chess. Miami Beach. But that's an online tournament? The FTX thing was the online? It wasn't like an OTB tournament. Something organized by Hikaru? That's Hikaru's thing? Speculations about he got his inside opening prep. Again, I don't know, man. I can't believe that Magnus, like, consults with his trainers or whatever about the Sinkfield Cup. It's not the World Championship. He's got a lot going on. I can't believe he has like John Gustafsson and Heine Nielsen on his payroll, like paying them for opening prep for the Sinkfield Cup. That's a little hard for me to believe, but maybe. I would think like Magnus would just be on his own in a tournament like this, to be perfectly honest. As far as like people leaking his preparation. Maybe like old preparation or something like that. I think that's... I need to see some kind of... That doesn't sound too likely to me. I think the guy's just an asshole and Magnus probably doesn't like him. Maybe they posed for some photo together, but that doesn't mean that they're friends. It's business, you know. I just think he lost a normal game. I don't think there's any conspiracies. That's everybody's constantly with conspiracy theories. I think everyone's cheating too, but this game looked real to me. I could have easily lost with Magnus' side. He played badly because he doesn't like the guy and he found it difficult to concentrate. That's the likely explanation, you know. How would you want to play against someone who like cheated against you in online chess? I couldn't concentrate. But I would have gone to the organizer as soon as Hans was announced and been like, I don't want to play with this guy. You can like replace me, but I refuse to play with Hans Niemann or whatever. You know, that's what I would do if I was Magnus, if I had a problem with the guy. Of course they're blowing things out of proportion. That's what we do. My stream title is just a joke, but I think the simple explanation is that Magnus overreacted, implicating cheating, you know, isn't clear. Magnus overreacted, but the guy is an extremely annoying jerk, you know. Nobody in the world would want to play against him. So it's like I kind of can't blame Magnus. I don't like Magnus either, but in this case I would kind of take Magnus' side. At least as far as like, okay, you know, I wouldn't hold it against him for leaving the tournament. If he really suspects that the guy's a cheater in online chess, he shouldn't be like obligated to play him over the board. Personally. But I don't have anything new, no new information. I keep forgetting I'm playing Excel Poker. Quite a good player. This is a weird opening though. What is this? It's like a... What do I do? Rook e1. g5. I don't think so, Asterbate. I don't know. Flawed super geniuses tend to quit. Especially if they're like hated by everyone. I don't think he'd be long for the chess world at the rate he's going, but you know, it's kind of like easy come, easy go. It's like Boris Johnson. Quick rise to the top, and then I don't think someone like Hans would survive at the top of the chess world for long. Something would happen. He would quit, or there'd be a scandal, or everyone just hates him and doesn't want to play in tournaments with him. Or he goes on to something else. He improved suspicious manner. Dude, are you serious? Do you think it's normal to go at the age of like 15 from 2300 to 2700 in like 3 years? That's unheard of, Chess Zebra. Of course it's suspicious, but he has unlimited financial resources. So, you know, extremely privileged person that has the financial resources no one normally would have. He played like 200 games during the pandemic. So it's probably nothing involving cheating, you know. Although playing 200 rated games during a pandemic doesn't show a lot of moral character, in my opinion. He didn't develop the social skills that people normally would, making a gain from 2300 to 2700. He doesn't have any respect for anybody. He doesn't know what etiquette is. I think that Magnus has quit the World Championship, selling his Magnus group in the last like month and a half. You know, he's obviously at a crossroads. He doesn't need to play this punk, you know, and have to put up with his shit while he's making his like decision whether to. Yeah, I mean, Magnus is obviously having like an early midlife crisis, and the last thing he needs is some prick like Hans Niemann harassing him with YouTube videos or something. I don't blame him for like dropping out of the tournament. I think it's perfectly understandable. And again, I'm not a big fan of Magnus, but you know, he's a pretty good sportsman, and he honestly has been a fairly decent role model for the game. I don't think the same can or will be said of this guy. Chess Zebra, most people start when they're like 5. And by the time, you know, they're like 13, they're 2400 IMs, and their K factor is 40, and it's impossible to gain or lose more than like 20 rating points. It's a very strange and unusual circumstance. If someone looked at Hans' statistics, they might think he's cheating, for sure. When you have other players like who've been banned from FIDE for over-the-board cheating, like the French guy and Rousis. I don't think there's any basis for accusing him of cheating against Magnus. It goes back to this guy having cheated online. The people just don't trust him and don't like him. I mean, it's like the boy who cried wolf. He's admitted to cheating in online chess previously. Once you get that in your reputation, you know, you're never going to get rid of it. This is like he's reaping the rewards of what he created. You know, who's sorry for him? He admitted to cheating on chess.com in online tournaments in the past. He'll never be able to, like, get rid of that stigma. And now, you know, you can't cry because people, like, will think you're cheating for the rest of your life every time you win a game against someone good. Well, I'm so sorry about that. It's a terrible tragedy. You shouldn't have cheated in online chess in the first place when you were 15 or whatever, you know. He'll never shake that. I mean, he'll always be... Yeah, he's oblivious to normal things, I guess. But when it comes easy to you, you know, like, when something comes really easy to you, you don't appreciate it. You know, most people would never, who devoted their lives to chess, would, like, I would never cheat because I devoted, like, 35 years of my life to chess. Who devotes 35 years of their life to chess and then, like, starts cheating? But if you've only devoted, like, 2 or 3 years of your life to chess, you know, cheating seems like, well, maybe it's a normal thing to do. I don't know, you know. I've seen this with some other younger players. Their willingness to cheat, where I would, like, never consider it. Then there's the, well, it's online chess. You know, that's different. Yeah, there's a lot of questions and no answers. I don't know. Personally, it's, like, horrible. Magnus dropping out of a round-robin tournament is an absolute, like, you never do that. But my joke was, like, if it's regarding Hans Niemann, it's probably okay. Understandable. Unrated non-tournament games. It's, like, really disgusting this guy, like, openly talks about this. Well, then he can definitely be trusted, Mule Skinner. If he said he only cheated in unrated non-tournament games, are we really having this conversation? He said he only cheated in online unrated non-tournament games. I'm actually having this conversation. Someone that would, like, ever cheat, you trust them to be honest about it? Are you serious? I only murdered the people that were criminals and deserved it, you know? Wow, he can actually take this pawn? I'm not equivalating online chess cheating to murder, but... Alright, what are we gonna do? You're equivalating online chess cheating to murder. Wow. B5. Oops. We gotta try something. Easy to fact check. Mule Skinner, you're serious, right? As if, like, online cheating would be easy to fact check. Well, I mean, yeah. The games where he was proven to have cheated. As opposed to the other ones where he cheated and weren't proven or whatever. It's crazy, man. There's no way you can ever conduct such an investigation. Just don't cheat at all, you know, and it's not going to be a problem. That's the moral of the story. If you've been like banned from a chess site, it's not a good sign. Or if you've been like flagged by a chess site on more than one occasion, it's probably not a good sign. But whatever, you know, I think it's all very exciting. Bone atrophy. 7 plus 2. 7 plus 5, please. Guys, we got another half an hour to go. But I enjoyed this bantering about Magnus. It's good for the viewership. Get those viewer numbers up on a Wednesday morning. Weird openings Wednesday. Sorry, Excel Poker. I kind of went off, got distracted, and I didn't stay on our weird openings premise. I didn't even see Queen G4, Uber driver. You mean he had a defense? You have to point that out? Really? Honestly, Excel Poker, I would think like Hans's graph is way more suspicious. But we're talking about online cheating, not. Dude, I'm not advocating anybody's belief that Hans cheated and over the board. You know how it's really hard to cheat and over the board. That's like totally unproven conspiracy theory stuff, Excel Poker. I'm not advocating that. That's, you know, maybe Magnus tilt rage. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna make him suspicious in some people's eyes. I don't believe that Hans cheated in over the board chess. I think it's very hard to do that. It's been done by some people, but they were caught. Mr. Slow just subscribed to Tier 1. Online chess sucks. I mean, it's almost impossible to tell if people are cheating or not. Who knows if people cheated or not? It's extremely difficult to police. I'm very skeptical of any of these online tournaments, whatever. It's okay for practice, but I wouldn't trust him. But I mean, I think Magnus just has a midlife crisis. Give him a break. And nobody likes Hans because he's like toxic. It is what it is. You got a toxic guy and another guy is having his midlife crisis. Paired against each other. When disaster strikes, toxic man wins. And midlife crisis man, you know, falsely accuses him of over-the-board cheating. Or he actually didn't, but I don't think Magnus needs an excuse to drop out of this tournament, you know. And I'm glad he didn't come out and say, well, Magnus didn't say, like, well, he's cheating in the tournament or something. He can't say that, and he knows he can't say that. Because there's no way you could prove that. The question, I think, is Magnus an asshole for, like, dropping out of an over-the-board tournament? That's like a big taboo. You never do that in a round robin tournament. And I would say under normal circumstances, yes. But I think that here, because the guy is such a jerk, I feel like it's almost justified. There's no rematch coming. I think it's highly likely, like, Magnus cuts back and doesn't play much anymore. You have no internet at home, so I had to play the last summon with a smartphone. What happened? Your internet provider company? Magnus is a jerk, too. I mean, dude. Magnus being a jerk on a scale of 1 to 10 is like a 3 compared to Hans Niemann being a 9. I mean, are you serious? Someone with like no social skills, no etiquette, no respect for the game, versus Magnus, who's actually like a pretty sportsmanlike player who knows the etiquette of the game for the most part. I mean, I personally played against Magnus. He was very sportsmanlike. I don't think it's even a contest, you know. I don't like Magnus either, personally, but he's definitely a sportsmanlike player. I mean, I don't like him as a world champion, I would say. I'm not a fan, you know. But I have nothing against him as a sportsman. You moved houses. Oh, okay. Houses are heavy. That takes a lot of energy to move a house. Little houses. Alright. Bonatry has a good position here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm distracted by the constant jokes about this whole scandal. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Like, what's the question? What's the debate? Is Magnus... Originally, my debate was, is Magnus kind of like an asshole for withdrawing from a round-robin tournament? I feel like it can be... In this case, Hans is such a prick that if there's ever an exception, I would grant it to Magnus on this one. We already had this discussion yesterday, though. That's my personal opinion. I'm pretty much not really like I'm a stickler for the rules about respecting tournaments and not withdrawing. I've never withdrawn from a round robin tournament in my life. You know. What is White doing? Whoa. Overreacted, yeah. Dude, he had a mental breakdown. Give him a break. The card would have been best played when the tournament started, dude. If he has a problem with Hans, the minute he sees Hans is in the tournament, he should have made a complaint then. Hans was entered at a last minute because Roper couldn't play. Because he suddenly realized he wasn't vaccinated. Like, that was really smart on Roper's side, but whatever. There's no question. Who said he cheated in over-the-board chess? Forget about it. The game's not even slightly suspicious. Magnus just doesn't like him, doesn't trust him, and is having a midlife crisis. It's pretty obvious to me. And nobody wants to lose to Hans, that's for sure. But it just makes good content. The other possibility is that it was created. It was just a scandal that created. Monstra, what are you talking about? Nobody thinks he cheated, man. I mean, in an over-the-board game at the Sinkfield Cup. That's just conspiracy stuff. That's like the Earth is flat. You might as well go to the Flat Earth convention if you believe that kind of stuff. Of course. Not the point. What's up, chat? Bishop h6. Wow. We don't have to do anything but pay taxes and die. What's up, Miro? And if you live in Hungary, they say you don't even have to pay taxes. Soros George must be behind the IRS. I love the conspiracy theories are just so prevalent now in everything. Good. Thank you for the subscription from Hey It's Miro. Soros George secretly runs the IRS. Dude didn't cheat in the Sinkfield Club. He's just an asshole, is the answer to the question. Poor Rex Sinkfield. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy that someone dropped out of his self-named tournament. That must be embarrassing, Rex. What's happening here? How could Max do that to Rex? T-Rex. The Sinkfield Cup. Oh my god. Carlsen dropped out of the Sinkfield Cup. It's an American tragedy. I'm just laughing. Whatever. But see, Sinkfield doesn't own Magnus like he owns the other players. Like, Wesley So, he's responsible for bringing him to the United States. Getting him, like, citizenship in the United States. Making sure he has a living wage and so forth. He adopted, basically Sinkfield adopts top players. He adopted Wesley So, he adopted Aronian, he adopted probably Dominguez. He just adopts these people, but he can't adopt Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen can do what he wants to do. That's why I started the joke yesterday about he's bigger than Rex, even though Rex is a billionaire. There are 2,700 billionaires. 1,700 grandmasters, and only one world chess champion. World chess champion is greater than billionaire and greater than grandmaster. The only thing that can rival world champion is a billionaire grandmaster. And there are none of those yet. So that was what we were talking about yesterday. Who will be the first billionaire grandmaster? That's the really big question. Karpov is rich. Good point. But it's Putin's money. Does it count? It's like Phil Ivey, you know. We're all just holding Putin's money. I mean, it's the same here in Hungary. There's like, you know, lots of millionaires holding Orban's money. But is it really, you know, is it really Karpov's money? That's the question. Some of it is. No, that's the joke, though, that poker players would say. We're all just holding Phil Ivey's money. Temporarily. Till he reclaims it. Karpov, I didn't think of that. There's always, like, Garry Kasparov. On another note, the funniest thing I saw today, Steve Bannon is going to be indicted, or was already indicted, I don't know, by a New York federal, with a New York State federal, New York State state charge, not federal. And he's claiming that it's like controlled, the New York Justice Department is controlled by George Soros. Soros George. This is like, dude. We're really getting conspiracy theories. It's Orban. Soros George controls the Justice Department of New York State. That's a serious conspiracy theory? You're really grasping at straws now. Maybe European Central University or Central European University. God, man. White has equal material. After all that, what a game by bone atrophy. It's gonna take like 2 years until Bannon can get pardoned this time. I just kind of miss like talking about normal politics for a change. And I don't think Trump will even win. At a minimum, 2 years he'll be in jail before even a possible pardon, if he's lucky. Can I get like a face pawn for Uber driver? I had to time Uber driver out, man. I mean, that's just too ridiculous. Nothing personal, Uber driver. I'm gonna have to time you out. We just really... That's just not necessary. Even if it was a joke, it was sort of overtly stupid. We don't talk about Hillary Clinton anymore. It's like 2024. What is it? No, it's 2022. I thought it was 24 already. I'm getting excited. Seriously, Uber driver? Uber driver's like a libertarian. Whatever that is. Amazing game by White. He was so lost like 6 different ways, and he's still in the game. Nothing personal. I'm sort of jokingly timing out Uber driver, but the Hillary running for president shit, really? That's a news flash? Hillary wouldn't do that to the country again. We don't have to worry about that, Uber driver. That's not on the table. You know, while you're doing your investing stuff, you should probably check out some political seriously, Uber driver, you should, while you're enjoying your time out, you should seriously check out some political prop betting odds. Needless to say, Hillary is not a legitimate candidate for president anymore. As much as that might disappoint you. I'm in Zogzwang? Wow. That's pretty extreme, dude. You can't ban someone to continue their conversation? Dude, I make the rules here. You're next. Acer bot. Be careful where you step. Can and will. Wow. Unbelievable. He had me dead to rights. A non-racist Republican. Injecting Hillary Clinton in every sentence is a bad sign, you know. That's a bad sign. We don't talk about that here. It's he's like trying to deflect the conversation. Yeah, you had me dead to rights, so swang. It's insane, like, how you play. You're a complete maniac. Wow. How you reached an equal endgame from that position is unbelievable. Guys, this last game for today. Maybe I'll play one more for Hey It's Miro, because he just resubscribed. Alright. If you try to, like, insert, like, it's a, what is that game? Ad-libs? Mad-libs. Ad-libs. Remember the Mad-libs, where you write in a word that just, like, doesn't... Okay, it was like, you know, running for president of the United States, and you're putting in Hillary Clinton, but you're just trying to distract from... Dude, I have $300 on... I have $300 at least. I forget how much now, maybe more. On Gavin. Getting the Democratic nomination. But I need, like, Joe Biden to die or something for this prop bet to come in. You know, what am I gonna do? I have, like, no chance of winning, it looks like, without Biden, like, dropping dead or deciding not to run for office. So I literally find myself hoping that Joe Biden dies. Even though I have nothing against him, you know. It's a matter of... Well, Joe could just like decide not to run. Maybe like a serious illness that's gonna prevent him from running. But at his age, I have a pretty good chance. I'm just kind of joking around. No, I don't have to end the stream. Hey, it's Miro. I have time for one more game. That's cool. Thank you. I'm glad to see you. So I have $300 to $400 on the governor of California to be the next Democrat to run for president. I'm probably not gonna, I mean, the odds are that that bet is not gonna come in, but I'd like it to. I have very good odds on it. Like 21 to 1. It was totally worth it. There's at least a 1 in 21 shot that Gavin Newsom will be the Democratic nominee for president. I mean, I couldn't possibly. Again, I think Uber drivers should investigate. Oh, he can't do political prop betting because he's in the United States. I forgot. Right. I'm so spoiled here in Europe. Poor Uber driver just can't get into political prop betting. Well, if they have sports betting, they should. Yeah, you could probably bet on like the Swedish presidential. You can bet on the Swedish parliamentary election. Maybe Excel Poker is getting into that. Uh-oh. Is this a good move or a bad move? What did I just play? Yeah, knight c5 is kind of weird. I shouldn't do that. I'm playing the Philidor, basically. It's Wednesday, so I try to play unusual openings. Is there... Yeah. 21 to 1. Even 14 to 1. Maybe Joe Biden will just decide not to run again, and I can collect my money. $2,100 on a $100 parlay. Partay, Acerbate, a partay. I can parlay $100 into $2,100 if Gavin runs for president. I couldn't resist that. That's a good prop bet. His odds are now 7 to 1. Something like 7 to 1. Really good investment. I expect to lose, but it's like betting on an underdog in a horse race. It's a pro EV bet. You got to get past Kamala Harris too. It would be interesting. It's still a plus EV. Kamala is still a favorite over Gavin Newsom, but Newsom is third now for the Democratic nomination. And he was like a year, less than a year ago, he was in the distance. So. But I'm not playing chess, I'm doing political prop betting. What else? Hillary Clinton isn't on the list, I don't think. Maybe she is. She's down there with I think Hillary has about the same chances as Howard Stern, Uber driver. I can't talk about it anymore since I timed out Uber driver. Is this timeout over yet? I think Howard Stern has a more realistic chance than Hillary Clinton of running for president. But he just doesn't get on the list. I don't know why. They don't take him seriously. Alright. Why can't we have political prop betting on the midterm elections? I gotta look. Maybe I can find another site that has betting on midterm elections. Not so interesting though. But I mean, seriously, the Swedish parliamentary elections, that's a thing? People bet on that? That's worse than chess. Mr. Slow just thought forever and played b4. Well, at least he can't play bishop e2 and put his bishop on the long diagonal. I guess I'll just go back to where I came from. I shouldn't have played knight c5. I mean, I should have just played bishop f8 like a normal human being. And then I'm threatening to play knight c5. I think, like, in the back of my mind, I didn't think he would pull the trigger on b4. And it might not even be a good move. That's why he thought about it for so long. I mean, it's a pretty weird move, honestly. b4, okay. I'll go back. That's what he was thinking about so long. His next move. b4 followed by b5. Thematic. He got me a tempo, Acerbate. Now there could be e5 and pressure on this pawn. Dude, do I read the chat? Am I supposed to react to Joe run again? Question mark. He can hardly walk as it is. I'm supposed to react to that? Get out your violin, man. I mean... That was supposed to be reacted to? I'm just talking about political prop betting. What if you had a president in a wheelchair? Damn, dude. Obviously... the odds are massively in favor of Biden running again. You're not a big statistics guy. It's like, at this moment, it's a very, very likely bet that Biden will run again. I wish he wouldn't, but just because of my own financial interests. e5 yes, Mr. Slow missed it. We have a defense laterally of c6. This was just kind of lucky. John Kerry. Is John Kerry even in the equation? How old is John Kerry? He's younger than Biden. Much younger than Biden, probably. What am I doing? Queen g6? It doesn't seem like John Kerry had too much interest in running for president ever. Blocker. Biden is a blocker. Blocker president. Bishop g4. I really know how to bring up, like, the sensitive subjects. Uber drivers, he's offended. I timed him out. How long is the timeout for, Mr. Coffee? He's been quiet since his timeout. We don't talk about chess.com, and we don't talk about Hillary Clinton. Or Hunter Biden's laptop. It's over. Yeah, I think he must have left. I never had to time him out before. Feels bad, man. It's just like people make comments that make me want to, like, face palm myself. I have no choice but to, like, time them out. There he is. Sit in the corner. You're not going to suck us into the Hillary Clinton debate. But what about her emails? That's still relevant? Wait, what year is it? Hillary was playing on Chess.com with Hunter Biden's laptop? Dude, that's what they said. Good one, Mr. Coffee. We'll have Uber driver do an investigation. I think that explains a lot, actually. The other day I saw this article where Hillary Clinton supposedly explains why she wears pantsuits. You know, it's like... I don't need to know that. That's just way more information than I ever needed. Please. Just please don't go there. I'm sitting here and I can't see the one move tactic. Queen takes d4. No, I didn't have bishop b4, Sean. You'll have to join Repo in the timeout zone. I really strongly ask everyone to calculate before they make like comments. Calculate like one or two moves at least before suggesting an analysis variation. I know it's a lot of work. Well, that's what happened, Uber driver. And what is happening? Well, you tell me. The jury is out. What is happening? Uber driver. Whoa. So what if he had put his queen in a square that controls this square, and this square? That's the real question. It's not that simple, because I could play maybe bishop e6 hitting his queen. I don't think he can like trap his bishop. If that's what you're intimating, Uber driver, you're intimating like it's possible like my guy would get trapped there. Just lost on time to Mr. Slow. You know what I don't understand is why I like hesitated now, or I do understand why I hesitated. Yeah, because I was about to blunder with queen d6 allowing knight takes f5. That's why I hesitated, but I'm not even in danger there. Yeah. Even queen e6 is okay. I'm not losing. I mean, white will draw at best. I resigned. Well, that's messed up. I resigned by accident. It's all Uber driver's fault. He upset me psychologically by mentioning the name of Hillary Clinton. Why would I resign? I was just hovering my hand over the button and pressed it and thought I lost on time. Jesus Christ. The rook is hanging. I'm going to time you out for that. The rook is hanging? Mr. Slow. White resigned. Alright, I'm going to go for a little break now. You see, this was supposed to be the end of the stream. I thought I lost. And I thought I lost on time. Then I thought I resigned. But now it comes out that Mr. Slow resigned because he was hanging his rook that I didn't see. So now we've got that straightened out. I thought I resigned. 01 means I resigned, right? I didn't see a rook was hanging. I thought I lost on time. I must have had like 1 second left when he resigned. I was going to play queen d6, allow knight f5. But even there, like bishop f5, g6, and black is fine. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Slow shouldn't have sacked his queen. He did have a winning move here. Wow, knight takes e5. Okay, I didn't see that. Pretty obvious move. I had to take his queen. And this would have been really, like, not that different from what happened. Not a good game, but we're late. Dude, AOC and I have the same... AOC... What do AOC, Uber Driver, and Sladgy have in common? Right? You never thought something would bind AOC, Uber Driver, and myself. We're all hot. That too. It's two things. Mr. Sohand, I was wondering about D3. We all are the same. We all have the same. We were educated in the same institution. The same alma mater. Uber Driver, Sladgy, and AOC. Oh, yes. Uber Driver forgot. We're all terriers. Go Terriers! I was supposed to play weird openings. Screw that. We had enough of weird openings today. Mr. Coffee almost went to BU. There was a joke on The Onion today that, like, it had a picture of this, like, 19-year-old, 18-year-old girl, and it was like, 18-year-old girl makes, like, greatest financial decision of her life not to attend college or something like that. It was pretty funny, man. I think it's not to attend private college. That was the wording of the Onion article. 18-year-old girl makes greatest financial decision of her lifetime by not attending private college. It's pretty funny. It's rare that the Onion articles are I'm tempted to post them. Probably like my worst financial lifetime decision. Nah, it's up there though. I was like 17 when I went to college. I was totally unprepared. Mentally, psychologically. Immediately sucked into chaotic realm of evil and wickedness. I wasted a ton of my parents' money to get an undergrad degree. It's outrageous how much private universities cost in the United States. It's not really worth it, you know. I don't know about like master and graduate, but I can't imagine how it's justified. It's easy to say that now. Even like state schools are expensive. Hey, it's Miro just going with the... But I'm proud to be one with AOC. Uber driver had dinosaurs roaming the streets when he was attending BU. But I've never used my degree for anything other than wallpaper. It's like my friends who quit chess after getting a USCF lifetime membership. I became a professional chess player after getting like an extremely expensive college degree. We should have just like switched. He should have given me the USCF lifetime membership, and I would have given him my college degree that I paid a lot for. I think he would have got the better part of the deal, but financially speaking, equally useless. Yeah, I'm so sad I don't have a lifetime USCF membership. I would be like $23.75. Nah. I don't know, Mr. Coffee. I could be up to like $24.30 by now, probably. If they kept rating my international tournaments. It's your timing is bad when you buy me USCF memberships. It's like my timing for like real estate transactions. We just have bad timing. Wow. Hayesborough officially has an obsession with bishop a6. We knew about this for a while. It's a legitimate move, right? But is it a good move? Oh yeah. mean, seriously, I don't know. I love AOC fan club. You have to be 35 to run for president? Wait. You have to be natural born citizen and 35. She's not even 35. Wow. Yeah, the plan was to take on d5 here. Well, I wonder if even that's a mistake. Yeah, like, what am I thinking with taking on d5? How does that work? That's like me, I'll be 50 before the end of the year. Then I can... So I can run for world senior champion. Estimate, what about your frontal lobe? Is your frontal lobe fully grown? Just excuses. Excuses, excuses. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Doesn't work. Check, 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 check. So disappointing. I thought it was good. Wow. That sucks. Probably better off like taking on h6 and then taking on h6 with a knight with check. Totally speculative. I don't have anything here? Really? Just a feint. Check. Can't believe it. Van Dough Foods. Whole Foods Market. Alright. Yeah, you should definitely go to Central. I can't sack a piece here. I mean, I can, but it just doesn't work. Bishop takes h6, pawn h6, queen g3 check, king f8, queen g7 check, king e8, and now what? Where is whatever? Queen h8 check, king d7. I mean, I've got nothing. Queen g3, knight h5. Queen g3. Sean! Knight h5, draw. Queen g4. Sean cheated. Suggested a move for me. You know that's against the rules, right? This is my third face palm today. You know you're not supposed to do this. Give me suggestions. I'll let it slide this time, because I really needed a move. The whole point was like I was trying to be cooler and do like knight takes h6 check, or bishop takes h6 first. Knight h5, queen g4, g6. No, I think it works. Sadly. It's lucky that I have two pieces attacking h6, because in a lot of variation his rook is coming across. Yeah, I just assumed like knight h5 was okay. What I missed was queen g4 being a good move. I guess that's the point. The greatest rule breaking since Bob. He thought that I refuted it. In fact, I didn't have a refutation. I don't mind a timeout. No, just gift a sub. Your punishment is like subscribing or giving a gift sub. We'll never forgive you if you don't. Yesterday I played poker badly that for mentioning the evil chess site he had to like gift a sub, and he did. Underage. Dude, steal your parents' credit card. Or beg for money like my kids do. Since when has being underage stopped children from like spending their parents' money on the internet? What kind of excuse is that? Queen g3, knight h5, queen g4. Memories of Bob. We're having a memorial for Bob soon. I haven't announced the exact dates. Maybe I should do that for the next tournament. Bob Memorial. Bill 2WK just gifted a tier 1 sub to Sean Pinto. Oh, is this a draw? Now it's a draw. Oh no. It's not a draw. But queen g4 isn't the best move anymore. I'll have to repeat moves then play queen f3 the second time. Actually, I can play queen h4 as well. Maybe that's even better. But I have to play queen g3 after knight f6. Very generous, Bob. Memorial coming up next Tuesday. Mama. Maybe that's where Hans gets his strong moves. His mommy's sending them. Hey, this mirror has frozen. Deer in the headlights. Oh, he tricked me. He just pretended to be frozen. No. Needs to play more. Out of practice. Out of blitz practice. Bill just converted from a prime sub to a tier 1 sub. Conversion. Alright, we normally don't advocate conversion therapy here, but Bill converted from prime sub to tier 1 sub. Alright guys, I gotta go. Hey, it's Miro, I'll see you later tomorrow. Thanks everybody. Yeah, that was a funny game. I gotta help from Sean. I would have probably not realized I was winning. It's really stupid to not see queen g3 here. I thought forever. And apparently it's not winning. Wow, unbelievable. He has compensation. Even this is like a mistake. Because after rook d3, bishop e3, you have knight e4. I'm supposed to take with the knight and just go back. He has so much play along the d file, the computer thinks that black has... That's crazy. The computer thinks that black has full compensation. Wow. It's incredible. Nearly full compensation. Okay, now it's giving white like a micro advantage. This advancement on the central file and I guess your space over here. Safish thinks you have so much counterplay that you're not even worse almost. Yeah, I wasn't gonna see queen g3. I wanted to play this. I want to play this combination that doesn't work. But let's run it, because I just want to see if there's anything there. Check. Here. Check. I had the feeling like there might be something here that I'm just not capable of analyzing deep enough. Yeah, I mean, the computer is coming up with slightly worse for white. Slightly worse for where? Alright, guys. Good games. I'll see you tomorrow night for analysis with the subscribers. Thanks, Bill, for the gift subs. And for conversion. Moment of silence for for Magnus Carlsen's rating points. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.